James here. Welcome to the fast track to presidential. For those of you that this is your first time and those of you that have been around forever and a day, congratulations. You are at the right place at the right time. Now, let me make sure everyone can hear me and you can see my screen. If you can hear my voice and see my screen, just give us a little wave on the GoToWebinar control panel. You'll see a little hand button there. Hello, Elaine and Leanne. Who else is giving me a wave there? There's a lot of names there. Oh, hi, Eric and Doris and Andy and Dorinda and Angeline. Fantastic. And Erina, fantastic. And Shirley, you're a rock star, Shirley. Oh, Shirley. Now, just while I think about it, they're going to be putting a lot of you on a webinar list. Okay, you're all getting ready for present mode. So all of you leaders, you know who you are. Be ready. Eric and Doris, I need to talk to you about Germany and your ideas around that too. Anyway, so guys, as you can tell, we've got a lot of things going on. But tonight it's about you. It's about being and ready and to build your business, okay? And I am so privileged. I've got Crystal. Say hello, Crystal. Oh, she's muted herself. And I've got Annette with me here as well. Say hello, Annette.
Hi, everyone.
And Crystal, you muted yourself, so you can unmute yourself when you've got a chance and say hello to everybody. And they're here to, they're going to be part of the team in this fast track to presidential, and we're going to be moving forward in that just because of the momentum they've got, the work they're doing, the leadership level they are. So let's get into this. First of all, and you're going to see a lot of names on there. Some of the names you heard me call out a minute ago are going to be helping me with this, and because obviously we're about developing leaders. So first of all, let me congratulate everyone on this webinar tonight, and those of you that are listening to the recording. You are now an entrepreneur. You got started in business. You took the step that most people are afraid to take. You didn't. You stepped out of the water and said, I'm going to be my own boss. You know, entrepreneurs see things a little bit different. You know, you've made a great decision. Your life is about to change, and it's about to change for the better. Now, obviously, when life-change events happen, it means that we've got to do something, right? Well, you're about to be a part of that, about to be a team that's moving forward. And if this is your first time tonight, that's okay. You can sit back and see and get an idea of what we do and grab the flow of things, and you'll see one way. And remember, this is one way that we have to build our business. You see, the A-team or dual network, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to fix that now. And because this is something dual networking. The A-team used to be our name, save, but I went back to our old name, which is dual networking, and I'll explain what that is. Dual networking is two. Dual means two, and it's about offline and online working together. It's about personal development and skill development working together. It's about you and I working together. You and your upline working together. You and your team working together. And it really does encompass what we're all about. So dual networking is committed to your success. We have the best system you could possibly ask for. Manatech is absolutely the company of the future. I used to say the future, but I really kind of think now. I'm going to change that as well. Manatech is the company of now. Who likes that? Give me a little wave if you like that. I know I do. I like being the company of now because this is really where we are. You know, if we wanted to be somewhere else, let's go be somewhere else. But I don't want to be somewhere else. This is exactly where I want to be. Manatech has patented technology. They're world-class support and brilliant to work with. I mean, if you have a problem, you give Manatech a call and they're going to fix it for you. You know, obviously there's certain things they can't fix, but, you know, they are there, and I love that about them. Remember, though, as we get you started, that this is a 2 to 5 year plan. Some people ask, well, what's it a 2 to 5 year plan to? And that's a great question. Well, it's a 2 to 5 year plan to what you plan to do in the next 2 to 5 years. Now, I know that may sound a little bit crazy, but it's not 2 to 5 years. Okay, so when you get started, some people get started with unrealistic expectations. So for those of you that are leaders tonight, make sure you're taking notes. Everyone should be taking notes, okay? Don't just sit there and listen, watch TV, get on Facebook, get on YouTube, all of that stuff. Come back, be present. right now, in this moment, be present. Listen to what I'm saying and learning. Be in the beginner's mindset, okay? Because when you're in the beginner's mindset, you're always learning. Think about your kids or your grandkids or your brothers and sisters, your friends, whoever have got kids. Those young kids, they're always learning. They're always asking the question, why? Okay, so a lot of people, they get started in business and have the unrealistic expectation to be a millionaire tomorrow. Let me help you to understand that takes time. It won't happen overnight. It does take time. Are you prepared to give it the time? So remember, this is a 2 to 5 year plan. So be committed to developing the skills as you go. Now that 2 to 5 years for some of you could be $10,000 to $20,000 a year. For others, it could be 50 to 100. For others, it could be 100 to 500,000 or more. Everybody's different depending on the skills that they get started with. So what skills are you getting started with? Who are you today? What are you bringing to the business? What energy, what hunger are you bringing? The next thing to learn is to be the librarian, not the library. What does that mean? Well, if you walked into the library, obviously the librarian is going to be able to guide you in the direction that you need to go. They're going to be able to guide you, tell you, show you where to find the material that you need to be successful or to find the book that you're looking for, right? Well, the same thing in business. In business, in this, you don't want to be the fountain of all knowledge. I know I don't want to be. For a period of time, I felt like I was, but now we have such a concise library of information that we have the tools just to direct people in the right direction, and that's powerful. Okay, so be the librarian where you can, when a person asks you a question, you can direct them, whether it's a prospect or a business partner. So let me give you an idea. Last week, Jeffrey was a prospect of mine. I recorded my closing call. I'll put that up for you this week so you can listen to it. And Jeffrey wanted to get started with us, but he just had more questions. So I sent him a website to look at, I sent him a video to watch, and then he still wasn't ready to get started. So I sent him another video. The very next day, without even making a phone call, he sent me a text message to get started. Okay, just by using the materials, okay, that to be the librarian rather than the library. The next is to follow the daily tracker. Follow the systems that we've got in place for you. You might be thinking, what are the habits I need to do? What are the things I need to do every day? Well, we've got those things in place for you because remember, it's those daily habits that help you to become a leader, that help you to achieve your dreams, whether it's to stay home with your kids, whether it's to go on a holiday, whether it's to get out of debt, whatever your dream is. When it comes to this business, the daily habits tracker is there to give you the track to run on. Isn't it lovely? The rain's just started raining here. It's wonderful. Anyway, the next part to do as an entrepreneur is we must switch from the employee mindset. We must switch over to the entrepreneur mindset. Okay, it's a great switch to happen. When we make this switch, everything changes for us. We look at ourselves differently. For me personally, when I made the switch from employee to entrepreneur, I realized that my time was my own, which is great. But guess what? My time is my own. That's scary because I need to make sure that in my time I'm putting dollar productive activity. Rather than going to do the things that I shouldn't be doing in my time, I need to make sure that I do the things in my time that I have allocated. Now, today was a day off. It was wonderful. I had a wonderful day off. Okay, it was a public holiday here in New South Wales. I thought it was actually all over Australia, but it was just New South Wales. So we had a family day out. It was lovely. Okay, so there are times when you have times off and you allow yourself to do that. But this is now being an entrepreneur. The entrepreneur understands they need to invest the hours. The entrepreneur understands that, and you will understand this now, that it's not about getting paid for your time. You're not exchanging time for dollars anymore. That's not the way you think. Now you think, I'm actually developing people. I'm developing a business so that my business pays me over and over again. So for instance, I might work, I work a lot of hours in my business, 60, 70 hours a week sometimes. Is that always building my business? No. A lot of my time goes in infrastructure for our business and traveling and things like that. Okay, especially traveling. Traveling takes so much of my time. But for the normal person, you're going to invest, say, 10 to 15 hours a week, okay? So if you're investing 10 to 15 hours a week, and I want you to understand, my initial start, when I got started, I was only investing 10 to 15 hours a week. But how much time do I spend on the phone prospecting today? Probably, and doing three-way phone calls and that, probably 20 hours a week. The rest of my time goes in other things now that I love to do, things that all of a sudden I found a purpose in life. So understanding this, that you're in my 10 to 15 hours a week, working part-time in this business plus having a full-time job allowed me to develop a six-figure income. So I was earning a six-figure income from Manatech while at the same time having a full-time job. So my as Jim Rohn used to say, and still says in all of his CDs and tapes, is I used my part-time to create my, what does he say, Crystal? I'm pretty sure you know this. Or is it Sean that would know this?
Oh, yeah, well, no, hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello? Yep, it's working part-time on my fortune while working full-time on my income. On my job.
I love it.
On my job.
Well done, working part-time on my fortune and full-time on my job. So I love that. And that's what we get to do in Manatech. And well done, Crystal. I put you on the spot there because it slipped my mind, but you had the answer. That's awesome. Entrepreneurs don't wait to be told what to do. They ask what to do. They get out there and they get it done. One of the things I love about Crystal, she says, I'm putting on a meeting and I need help. I'm doing this thing. Didn't ask me. Didn't wait for me to do it. Tell her what to do. She just went and did it. Wonderful. Entrepreneurs know that instant gratification never lasts. And when it takes time, it's worth it. That's this business. It is about taking time. Entrepreneurs know that they need to learn what to do and then follow through rather than saying what they're going to do and then never doing it. Okay, entrepreneurs know that they need to follow through. Entrepreneurs make the changes to create the life they dream of. Entrepreneurs never stop dreaming. They follow, a bit of noise in the background there. They follow ways, okay, that they find ways to increase their income to fit their dreams. Okay, you are now an entrepreneur. This is the way for you to think. Move to that place of being positive, moving to that place of thinking a little bit differently, moving to that place of excitement of what your future can look like. Now, the 3 rules that we have for getting started, and they're important rules. So write these rules down. Number 1, have fun. Okay? Have fun. And now, again, I just want to remind all the leaders, I hope you're all listening tonight, and potential leaders, because there will be a time very, very, very soon that you will be running this webinar. There's a whole group of my current leaders that got thrown in the deep end. You will be one of those next leaders. So remember, here, when you come on these webinars, I want you to look at these webinars as, okay, this isn't just for me, this is for my team, because there's going to be a time in the future that I'm going to present. Okay, there's going to be a time in the future where I'm going to be on the roster. Give me a little wave if you look forward to that time. Give me a little wave if you look forward to that time coming when your name is going to be on the roster. Fantastic. Love seeing all those names. Oh, Eric and Doris, you should be on there already. Flip. Okay, yeah, that's a done deal. We need to talk tomorrow if you have some time. I don't know how you... Okay, so you guys watch tonight. You're on this thing. Okay. Anyway, so I'm off on a different track here. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so the next part is number 1 thing is to have fun. Okay, the number 1 thing is to have fun. Number 2 is tell stories. First of all, let's go back to number 1, have fun. People don't like to hang around people that are gloomy all the time, right? People want to hang around people that are having fun, that are the life of the party, that have got a smile on their dial. That's what people want. Okay, they don't want to be around the person that's negative. So be the person that's fun. Be the person that's having fun. Okay, they don't want to join a business where they're looking at you and hearing from you all the time and you're stressed. Okay, they don't want to be a part of that. They want to be around the person that's loving what they're doing. They've got a smile. They're loving life. Ask yourself, how am I coming across? Number 2, learn how to tell stories. Stories are everything. Tell your story. You know, for me, I was the greatest school dropout the world had ever known. When I say dropout, I should say failure. I failed my HSC. You know, my dad died when I was 8. My mum was a paranoid schizophrenic alcoholic who did the best for me, and I love her dearly. She passed away just recently, but she used to tell me stories that she would go hungry so that we could eat. You know, so when you look at my background, there was no reason I should succeed. I failed school. My first job was at a Mitre 10 hardware store. One day I came home from my stepfather-in-law. He showed me a video. I watched the video and said, there's no way am I getting started, but I did anyway. Didn't do anything for about 3 years, but was still earning a few $100s a month from it, from just doing a little bit of work. Then my wife met me at the door one day and said, honey, we've got no money for shoes for outdoor. Now that gave me a wake-up call. And I realized that I didn't want to be the deadbeat dropout. I could see that my future was going nowhere, and I really needed to change. I needed to put food on the table for my children and my family. I needed to be able to buy shoes and clothes. I needed to be able to put a smile on their face and for them to know they were secure. That was my heart. That's what I always wanted. And the way I was going, they weren't. And so we got started. I started following the system, and it truly is a 2 to 5 year plan, because just after 5 years, we earned over $100,000 and a year, and now we're earning over $200,000 a year, and I'm so thankful. Okay, so learn how to tell stories. It might be your product story. It might be a story of winning an incentive. It might be your story of just getting started. I got started because I've got no money. I wanted to be home with my kids. I didn't want to have to go to put them into daycare. I didn't want to have to get somebody else to raise my children. I wanted to raise them, and working from home allows me to do that. I want to be a full-time mum. I want to be a full-time dad. And this business gives me that. I love the training, and I love the support. I haven't made anything yet because I've just gotten started, and I love it. Learn how to tell the story, and then stick close to your upline. Okay, they're there to support you. They're there to encourage you. They're there to back you up. They're there to lift you up when you're feeling down. Okay, so stick close to them. So what you will need? Here we go. Number one, you need to be a member of Dual Networking. Okay, so Dual Networking is DUAL networking.com. Choose your subscription level. I recommend the Pro level. It's $10 a month, free for your first month. Why do I recommend it? It's got the contact management system. If anything, that's the thing I recommend the most. Websites are great, but it's the contact management system that's going to pay you for a long time when you learn how to use it. I'll show you that in a sec. Member of the Dual Networking group on Facebook, which we'll show you shortly. Oh, it's in the next webinar. So by the way, make sure you're on our training webinar next. And then the Dual Networking app, which you can get from dualnetworking.com/app. Dualnetworking.com/app. And that'll take you directly to the page. Now, log on there on your phone. Okay, so go to that website on your phone, and that'll take you directly to the page. Our app isn't free, okay, and we don't apologize for not being free. It's $27 or something, $37, something like that. Not very expensive at all. Once off for the rest of your life. That's it. Okay, you know, there are other apps out there. You're going to pay $10 US per month or $100 a year US per year with the same stuff almost. Our app, $10. It's less than $30 once off. It's incredible. So make sure you grab the app. And then the next is a desire to learn and be led. Our 3 H's go like this. Number 1, remember this, be hungry. You got started because you're hungry, okay? You got started because you're hungry to make a business, sorry, just going to fix a little mistake as I go, because this goes to all of the team, all of the leaders. Be hungry to achieve your dreams, ferociously hungry. The hungrier you are, the faster you will achieve them. The more desire you'll have, that you'll have the energy to go after them. Be honeable, okay? Be willing to change and be mentored. What I see so many times is people get to the level of senior national or executive director, and they lose the ability to be honed. They lose the ability for somebody else, their upline, to speak into their lives and give them direction. The one thing that I love within the dual network is within our team, that doesn't happen. Our leaders are so connected. They're so connected into the system. They're willing to be mentored. They're willing to change. They're willing to be directed. And that allows them then to direct others. Next, be honorable. Do what you say you'll do, okay, and when you'll do it, okay? So just follow through. That's being honorable. And we have one other H in there, which is we're talking about now, called humble. Stay humble. Nobody likes a Skype, do they? You know, nobody likes somebody else coming in. I'm going to add that in there too. Hope you guys don't all mind me adding these things in there, but it's just what we do. You know, it's just like, where's it? Humble. That's how you spell humble. This is how you spell humble. Okay. And this is what this is all about. Okay. We want you to, you know, when you can stay humble, it means you're allowing yourself to see yourself in other people's shoes. You're allowing other people to come along and be a part of your life. Your upline is going to be there to take you through the system. They're going to be there to answer most of your questions, okay? Your upline is going to be there to help you to write your list. They're also going to be there to help you get started and be the main person who trains you, okay? They're going to be the librarian and directing you in the right directions to watch the videos, to download the resources, to be a part of the groups. That's their job. Sometimes you're going to feel overwhelmed. Sometimes you're going to feel like it's just all too much. I want you to know that's okay. That's life. That's business. That's what happens. And that's your brain's chicken exit saying it's time to opt out. I want to opt out, okay? That's what's going on there, okay? Find out who your upline is. Build a relationship with them because they're in this for the long haul. Now, it's the upline leader because, you know, let's face it, you want to plug into the people that are getting the results. So plug into your upline leader. That might be not just the person, plug into the person who got you started, but also plug in to the leaders above them, okay? Now, they're all going to be on the same track. There's always going to be in communication and constantly talking to one another. So you're going to get the same information. So for instance, if someone came to me and started and was talking to me and they're in someone else's team in depth, I'm going to go to that leader. So for instance, you know, if I'm talking to one of the people in depth in my team, I'm going to talk to their upline leaders about what's going on if those leaders are plugged in as well. Now, we believe in three-way calls. You know, we love setting up a practice call, which we'll talk about tonight, and practice texts. They are very important. If you want to find a way to get started easily, it's the three-way calls. It takes all the pressure off you, puts all the pressure on the person that's doing it for you. And to the person who got you started, guess what? That's their job. Woohoo! Doesn't it make you feel good? Doesn't it make you realize, hey, all I've got to do is set up a call? Really? That's it? Then you just go and do it. That's awesome. Now, give yourself a goal to aim for, though. What do you want to do in this next week? Okay, in this week here, where the week we are right in now, what goal do you want to have? Is it to have your first client or a few clients, a new business partner, or how many business partners? Do you want to get to a new level? This is where I want some feedback, okay? This is your chance to give me some feedback. Let's have a look on the webinar tonight. So now, nobody will see your message. I want you to know that. This is between you and me, Crystal, and Annette. That's the other moderators here tonight. So what I want you to do is that in the chat box on the GoToWebinar control panel, I want you to write in there, what is your goal for this week? How many clients or business partners do you want to get to? How many people do you want to, or maybe for you it's about connecting with a certain amount of people. How many people would you like to connect with this BP? Okay, this week, sorry, not this BP, but this week. Why don't you go ahead and do that, okay? Why don't you go ahead and write in their questions box what your goal is this week. I don't care what level you are. I don't care if you got started last week or 10 years ago. Write a goal, put that in the questions box of what your goal is for this week. What would you like to do? Let me see that. Go ahead, do that now in the GoToWebinar chat box. I know a lot of you are probably on your phone, using your phone. You may not on the phone app, and I don't think that has the ability on the phone app. So just type that in there now. Come back on this. I know everyone's on this screen watching it, which is great. So give us your goal, guys. Quickly, just write. Don't worry, I'm not going to hold you to it. This is just, this is, well done, Erina. Okay, who's got a goal? Who's got another goal that they want to share with us tonight? Then come on, guys, write down a goal in the questions box. Is it to get your first client? Is it to get a couple of clients? Is it to get a business partner? Is it to get a couple of business partners? Is it to get to a new leadership level this week? Okay, is it to connect with 5 people? Is it to send out and connect with 10 people? Well done, Dorinda. Great stuff. Well done, Angelina. Well, Angeline, well done. Brilliant, brilliant. Shirley, well done. Well done. Well done, Raquel. Proud of you, sis. Awesome. Well done, Elaine. Elaine, I'm not sure about your goal. Well done, Mark. Fantastic. Well done, guys. And I know there's more and more. If you keep writing your goal in there, you can say no one's going to hear it. It's just between you and us. That's all. But write a goal, because this is the thing. If you don't have a goal to aim for, guess what you're going to hit? What you're aiming for, which is nothing. So you need to write a goal for this week. So remember, the next is the system, the app. Get the app at dualnetworking.com/app. Get that now if you haven't got it. Next, now let's get some appointments set, because remember, we want to get you that goal. Okay, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where it's all, well done, Sonia. Sonia, you've got to give me one goal at least. Okay, got to give you one goal. Well done, Sharon. Brilliant. Okay, so number one, what we want to do right now is just write a list of your 10 favorite people. Now, it might not be, you might have already spoken to your 10 favorite people. So then let's get a list of 10 names. So go ahead, write that list now. We're just going to give you a minute to do that. It might be in your phone, it might be from Facebook. Go wherever you have to write that list. Go ahead and do that now. Well done, Elaine. Well done, Rick. Okay. Just give you a minute there to write that list. Well done, Pamela. Great stuff. Well done, Rick. Okay, once you've written your list or you have a list. Sorry, Annette, we can hear you.
I know. I was just going to say I love seeing all those goals set. That's all I was going to say. It's great.
No worries at all. I do too. You know, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's that it's if you have a goal to aim for, sometimes we need to make our goals daily. You know, when you were running and you made your decision to go from regional to national, do you remember that BP?
Me?
And yeah.
Oh my gosh, how long ago was that?
That was a long time ago. I remember it. It's so funny. It had such a impact on me. I still remember it. Do you remember? I think it was Celine, was it? Anyway, but it was. I think you made a decision in that final week that I'm going to do this thing, and that 1 week it all happened, didn't it? Just from that decision.
Oh yes, I think that was the one I did. 17 in 2 weeks.
That's it.
Yes,
that's exactly what it
was.
Yes,
that's it. Yep. 17 sign-ups in 2 weeks. Yep.
Because you made a decision, you saw it. You said, "I'm going to do this thing." You know, and that's, you know, Julie, one of the ways that you do that, okay, one of the ways you do that is to set another goal that's outside of that, okay, of being past that, okay, to set the goal past that, if that makes sense, okay, hopefully you understand what I mean. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to move. So now remind yourself why you're doing this. I know some of you are afraid right now. You're a bit scared. Should I be talking to these people? What am I going to do? Well, all you're doing right now is writing a list. Okay, just remember that you're just writing a list, and you're going to be connecting with those people. So, but the thing that you want to do is to remind yourself why you're doing this. Okay, what's it all about? Well, it's about your future. It's about your dreams. It's about braces on your kids' teeth. It's about being out of debt. It's about breaking through. It's about changing your life. It's about being able to get your husband home or being able to get your wife home. You know, what is it for you? Well, and you've got to remind yourself that it's worth it, because so many times we don't believe it's worth it. I want you to know it is. Now, the next thing, you're going to start sending your initial message, and then what the initial message is, and then we're going to do these on this webinar right now and celebrate the results. It's okay to be afraid, okay? So before we get started, I'll show you that in a sec. I want to ask a question in a sec. So this is the Dual Networking app, okay? So you download the app, and once you've spoken to someone or you've connected with someone, you want to send them some information, you click on Media, Audio, Promotional audios will be here. Let's say whichever one you want to send. It might be weight loss. You click there. Oh, let's go wellness. And then you choose the wellness one you want to send. The one I love to send on the wellness is Dr. Steve Nugent. You click there. And then if you're on the iPhone, this is what will come up. Okay, you can send it as a text message, email. On Samsung, you can do it as a Facebook message. But on an iPhone, it doesn't allow that to happen, and we don't know why. Just letting you know, and if you send it via a text, that's what it looks like. So that's the flow on the app, okay? Really cool piece of technology, let me tell you, and the amount of work that has gone into that would blow your mind. Seriously, like I have spent hundreds of hours on this thing. Yeah. Anyway, next. So here's the script. Yeah, I want you to be honest with me here, folks. Who is a little bit nervous right now, okay, about sending a text message to someone? Who's a little bit nervous right now about sending a text message? And just raise your hand. That's all. You don't have to type. Just raise your hand. Who's a little bit nervous right now? Fantastic. I love seeing hands go up. You know what? Well done, everybody. That's perfect. Hey, Raquel, how come you're on twice? I don't know why. You're on twice, just to let you know. You know, it's part of what we do. I'm going to make you organize it, Kel. Here we go. That way you can see what's going on. It's part of what we do. Okay, so it's like what's going on with the, you know, it's part of what we do. We have to overcome our fears. You know, so it's like I'm not sure which one I've done for you, Raquel. Whether oh, maybe I've made the wrong person. Well, anyway, I'll make you both, and then you can work that out for me. So you know, what we do is when we're working on our business is that we step through our issues, we step through our fears, and our fears are always going to be there. They're there for us to overcome. So what we're going to do is going to have some fun right now. You get to choose what script you want to use. Okay, both are simple, both work, and they go like this. Both start with, "Hi, are you there?" So, "Hi, John, are you there? Hi, Mandy, are you there? Hi, Melissa, are you there?" And they'll say yes. You say, "Great. Hey, I was just listening to or watching a video. I was just listening to an audio or watching a video I really liked on a new fat loss program. It's a new way to burn fat, to get more energy, remove some wrinkles, make some money." Okay. So I was listening to that, and I was just sorry, there's some noise. If I sent it over to you, do you think you could? Would you like to look at it as well? If I send it over to you, do you think you could look or listen to it in the next day or so? When they respond, say, "That's great." Actually, what I want to give you is a different script. I've made a change on this. I'm doing a lot of updates tonight, guys, aren't I? I'm really sorry about this. But it goes like this. I was just listening to, and I thought I really liked on fat loss, and I thought you might like it as well. If I sent it over, do you think you could? If I sent it over, might like it as well. Would you like me to send it to you? Okay, that's your script. Okay, and so here's what we want you to do. Now, I was just listening to an audio on fat loss. I really liked on fat loss, and I thought you might like it as well. Would you like me to send it to you? I'll say yes. And they say, "That's great. If you could listen to it by, I'll shoot it." So that's great. And it should be, when do you think you'll be able to listen to it? That's great. When will you be able to listen to it? That's great. When do you think you could listen to it? Because I want to get your thoughts. Okay, that's it. That's the whole kit and caboodle. That's the whole thing that's the whole script right there. So here's what we're going to do. I want you to send your first text message. You can send this first one or the second one, whichever you prefer. I want some feedback or practice on you. So now what I want you to do is to figure out which one works for you, okay? So go ahead, and remember, concepts, not technique. This is the concept. I was listening to something, I liked it, I thought you might like it. What would you like me to send it to you? Really simple. They'll say yes. You say, "Great, that's great. When do you think you'd listen to it? Because I wanted to see you anyway, and you can tell me your thoughts." That's it. Really simple. You know, I wanted to catch up. That's great. When do you think you could listen? When do you think you could listen to it? Because I was hoping. hoping to catch up. Anyway, and you can tell me your thoughts. Okay, so that's it, guys. So here we're going to go. Who's ready? On your marks. I know I've thrown a spare in the works with the way I've done it tonight. I do apologise, as I've been fixing things up as we go. But guys, this is where you get to send out a text message. We've all done it, and we've all done it afraid. I send out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of maybe even thousands of text messages, and it's part of what we do. So here's what you're going to do. Choose one of these scripts, all right, and just start sending it out. Okay, so just go for it. Start doing that now. If you want to invite them to a webinar, you might want to invite them to the webinar on Wednesday night. Hi, Olivia. What are you doing? Can you be in front of your computer on Wednesday night? That's all you need to ask. And now, Annette and Crystal, you guys have been, so go for it, guys. Let's start. Let's get some people start sending out these text messages now. Remember, this is it. You've got 15 minutes. That's it. 15 minutes to get as many text messages out as you possibly can. These text messages work. It's about setting up a time. If you're a bit confused on what to say, ask us a question in the chat box, send a text message to us, get in contact with your upline, get some direction, but don't wait. You know, some of you have been with us for a little while, okay, and you might be wondering, what should you do now? Well, you just start. Remember, you want to present this presentation, right, where you present it from a place of action. You present it from a place of doing. You present it from a place of, I do that, and that gives you a lot more power. That's why I'm making changes, because I can make the changes because I found what works better for me. And you'll find that Crystal and Annette and Eric and Doris and Naomi and Chris and the leaders who are doing this, they make the changes, okay? That's what this is there for. Now, Crystal and Annette, for you guys, what have you found in sending these texts? Have they worked for you? How important have they been for you?
This is probably the scariest webinar we do, and I can talk to a complete stranger in the street. I'm fine with that. This one has spent a long time getting me, but now I've figured instead of, because, you know, I've been in for a couple of years now, so I've exhausted, well, I feel like I've exhausted my friendship circle. So what I do is I go back to the people that I've contacted in the past. Maybe I've added them to the group. Maybe I've got them to the point where they wanted more information, but they didn't add me as a friend. So what I do now is I change that end bit. I was just listening to an audio on weight loss, and I think it could really help you reach your weight loss goals. Are you still open to that? That way I'm not getting on with my friends. Yeah, and that way I'm getting a lot of responses there because I've thought of them even though they might have contacted me 3 months ago.
I love it, you know, and we've got the new weight loss program starting in 6 weeks. Like, and that's, we need to be talking about that. We'll start talking about that, I think, in the next couple of weeks as we start everyone going down that track. Now, Annette, what about you? How important has the text message strategy been for you?
Well, I'm very much like Crystal. I've been in this for 5 years, so I've pretty well learned out my warm market. Mind you, I've moved to a new state and I'm finding new people to speak to. But I do the same as what Crystal is. I actually go back and message all my old people that I've talked to before. Some have come on, some haven't. But, you know, it's great just to let them know that you're still thinking of them. And one day, like sometimes I've had a lady join up and I first talked to her back in 2014 or 2013. And they've actually come on. So, you know, I've never unfriended anyone, and I always go back and use this time to go back and rekindle and just message old clients or people that haven't used it before and just let them know that I'm still thinking of them.
Absolutely, that's perfect. You know, so who's already sent a text message tonight? Give us a little wave if you have sent a text message already tonight. Come on, guys, give us a little wave. Well done, Angeline. Brilliant, fantastic. Awesome. I love it when hands go up. Come on, guys. Stop listening to us and get a text message out. Come on. I know you're afraid. I know that
Winnie's got a hand up too, James.
Who did I miss?
So
Winnie, you rock star. Woohoo! Winnie. Who else am I missing there? You keep me up to date here, Crystal, so I'm missing names as they come up.
Erin is all over that.
Hey, Erin, rock star. Brilliant. Well done, Erin. So guys, you know, this is the thing. It's like you've got 10 minutes now. 10 minutes. What are you going to do in the next 10 minutes? I know you might be thinking, yeah, well, James, what can I do in the next 10 minutes? Well, you could get 10 text messages sent out. You might have just joined us. You might have been on here the entire time knowing that this time's going to happen. Now, Olivia, I see you there. You can't hide. We all know who you are. We all heard about your results over there in Sydney. We're proud of you. Great stuff. You know, I just want you to know, a little hint, don't tell her I said this, but she was terrified of this, by the way. Olivia knows who I'm talking about. Anyway, so guys, this is what we do. Let's have some fun, okay? Let's have some fun with this. Who's sent a text message yet that we haven't recognized? Raise your hand if you've sent a text message and we haven't recognized you yet, okay? It's all right. Let's go, guys. You know, it's like, okay, think about why you're doing this. What do you want out of this business? What is it that you're looking for? What is it that you want? Is it to be able to not go to work so you're a full-time mum? Are you a dad and you want to be able to stay home or get home? Okay? Are you a person who's just finished school, okay, and you're looking for a career, a future? What is it for you? Okay? Shirley, fantastic. And Shirley's just said, I've sent 5 follow-ups like Crystal and Annette suggested. Well done, Shirley. Look, they're following the instructions there, guys. Well done. You guys are powerful.
That's awesome, Shirley. And the bonus of Facebook is you can copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. It's a really quick way to go about it.
Hey, let's talk about that for a second. Do you do a lot of that? Rather than send it as a text message, do you also do it as a Facebook message?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes. Control-C, Control-V, Control-C, Control-V. I just changed the name.
Awesome. So that's for you that are on a PC, that you're still in the weird land. For those of you that have evolved and become enlightened and moved over to Mac land or Apple land, it's Command-C and Command-V.
When we get presidential, we'll all get Macs.
No, don't do that. We all get confused. I tell you, I still get confused sometimes. But hey, Sharon, well done, Sharon. I know what it's like. Those first texts, it's scary. Okay, Erin has got 1 text and 1 follow-up already. And Winnie has said, that's how I do it. That's how I do it. I love it. I love it. Fantastic. You know, guys.
Copy and paste is my best friend.
Oh, isn't it? Last week,
I have everything set.
Yeah.
I have all my things on notes, yep, and it's great.
Phil Walton-Brown was telling me, because he's got a whole lot of appointments on right now, so he's not on this webinar. He was actually going to help us as well, but he'd already booked up all of his follow-ups. And what he does, he's actually got shortcuts in his phone. So he just starts typing and it automatically fills in the thing. So he doesn't even need to do copy and paste. He just goes, like, you might type follow or FOL, and then it fills in like 30 words immediately, which you can do on a Mac, just so that you're all right. I know, it's really good. Winnie says, I've sent 3 messages and she's got an appointment. Woohoo!
1 appointment closer to presidential director.
Yeah, baby. Shirley, I love these webinars. I copy and paste, but the old way, so I have learnt new commands for my Mac. Oh, there you go. Love being here. We love having you here, Shirley. Now, I want to tell Shirley's story, and this is going to make everyone, like, Shirley, you are an inspiration to me and to everyone. Everyone should know this. Like, Shirley is one of the most beautiful women you'll ever meet. She has a serious health condition, and last week was in hospital. And I'd love Shirley to share what she sent to me. It just made me almost cry. The influence you can have from being, from what this business can do. She's in hospital, and people said, I don't want to steal from it. All I want you to know is that she's in hospital, about to go in for a fairly serious operation, all this sort of stuff, still working, still prospecting, still on the computer doing all her work, all of this sort of stuff. Nothing's slowing her down. Nothing's holding her back from her dream at all. She's sending me messages from her hospital bed for follow-ups to do and 3 ways to do, and people for me. She's getting me working more, and just an absolute inspiration. And I just wanted everyone to know that sometimes we can have our excuses or we can have our reasons to overcome. And Shirley has her reasons to overcome. And I'm proud of you, Shirley. And yeah, proud of you. Anyway, so we got. Okay, you've got a few minutes. We've got 5 minutes left. That's it. 5 minutes left. Give me a wave if you have sent your first text message tonight. Okay, let's see. Let's look. We've got a few people. Let's go through the list. We've got Winnie, Shirley, Erina, Sharon, Shirley. So Shirley already. Who else has sent a text message? Raquel,
Sonia,
I know you.
Sonia's
Dorinda. Sonia. Where's Sonia?
Yep.
Don't miss Sonia. Hey, Sonia. You girl, go. You girl. You go, girl. Go, girl. Not you, girl. We all know you're a girl. Seriously. I think you girls might need to take over. I'm getting all tongue-tied here. Oh, dear. Okay, well done. Oh, thanks. I'm getting there. I tell you, it's just not good. All right. Who else has got some messages that have gone out here? Oh, I've just found a cool little thing. Look at this. Is my thing turned into a highlight thing though? Now is it? No, it's not working.
Just an arrow.
Spotlight. Is this an arrow? Oh, I'm working on things. How's this?
Sounds like fun.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
go.
There we go. So you want to be sending out these. You want to be sending these text messages, right? Just to be sending. Erasal drawings. There we go. I'm having fun. But now, or we could now. You could be going here. You could be going down here with, your practice approach. Remember, guys, this is fun. This is what we're all about. But I'm being serious at the same time. Don't waste this time for you. What could you be doing right now? You've got 2.5 minutes to go. 2.5 minutes to go. What can you put in? Dorinda has sent out 3 messages, received 2 responses already. Dorinda, rockstar.
And don't forget to use with your friends and family the fact that you want to get to Borneo as well. So if they can help you out by having an XFM, who doesn't want to help you get an overseas trip?
Wow, that is so cool. All right, say that again, everyone. Say that for everyone again, Crystal.
I was just saying, now's the time to be hitting up your family and friends. If they've said no in the past, or maybe you haven't approached them yet, just say, look, I'm doing my best to win a trip to Borneo. I'd really love to go, and you can help me get there. That easy.
Wow.
Well, how can I help? If you could just get a couple of friends over and we'll just do a little XFM. You don't have to do anything. I'll supply everything. You just need to get some friends there.
I've had people in Tupperware and all of those companies come to Casey and I and go, hey, look, I'm a little bit low on my quota for this month. I haven't hit my budget this month, and I'm just calling out to all my friends who need some Tupperware. And if people buy, they do. So, what about if people even did that with Mana Bears? Hey, guys, I'm a little bit low on my budget of nourishing kids this month. We've got this great gummy bear for kids. Who's got children and wants to look after their health, and who can help me out to hit my budget? Wow. Could that work?
Of course it could.
There's so many ways, isn't there? There's so many things that we could do. Hey, Hank, so Hank just used your script, Crystal, that you used before. He sent 4 messages. What was that? Can you say that script again that you said before about the fat loss one? Do you remember it? What you said?
Oh, yes. So at the end, I just say, instead of saying I thought you might like it, I just say, I think it could help you reach your weight loss goals. Is that still something you're open to?
Oh, wow.
And then if they say yes, I say, awesome. Do you want me to send it through? I say, I can send that through now. Would that be okay? And then they say yes.
I love that script. That is fantastic. All right, guys, we have 20 seconds. Let's get that. Who's going to get the last text message out in the next 20 seconds? Because we're moving over to a little bit of a different training. So let's go and hear Crystal's story, okay, tonight of getting to senior national and the change that she has made recently. And it's awesome. No, Erina, if you want Crystal's script, you're going to have to watch this video once I put it up and write it down yourself. I am not just letting everybody know now. You are entrepreneurs. If you want something, go searching for it. okay? There's so many scripts out there. I didn't teach Crystal that script. She worked it out herself. That's what we want to do. Everyone, work them out. You can go searching. It'll be on this webinar. I'll put it up tonight on YouTube, okay? And I'll put the link into Facebook for you, okay? And as you can tell, it's going to be at the end of the webinar, so probably 5 minutes before the end. And just listen to it there, okay? But Crystal, you can say it again just for everyone's knowledge.
Yeah, so I just say, instead of that, I thought you might like it as well, I say, I think that this could help you reach your weight loss goals, if that's something you're still open to. And if you like, I'm quite happy to type it up and put it in the Dual Networkers as well as the Living the Dream team.
Yep, you can definitely do that. Or I'm just, do it in the Dual Networkers. Put it in the Dual Networkers. That's like everything's there on for everyone then. Oh, and also in the Living the Dream team as well. That's Naomi's team, definitely. She'll love that up there. And that works. And also the idea around Borneo, I think that's fantastic. So team, well done. Well done, Pamela. Yep, that'll be up in the training. And Hank did it for making money from home. So he changed the script from wanting to lose weight to making money from home. Is that something you're still interested in or still serious about? Or, yeah. Actually, don't use the word interested. Use a different terminology, remember, because no one's really interested. That's their key of saying no. Always use, is that something you're still serious about? Is that something you still means something to you? Things like that. Okay. Crystal and Annette, thank you so much. Hank, you're so right. It's much easier for men to ask that question. Although one of my leaders, Ty, over in the US, he put his latest email blast to his list and Facebook messages was something like, "Hey, you fatty fats, want to join me on my fat loss program?" And just have some fun. And people did respond. So, guys, I want to say congratulations. Thank you so much, Crystal and Annette. So obviously this was a learning experience for you two. Did you learn some stuff yourselves tonight?
Certainly did, and thank you, James. Thank you so much.
Thanks, James.
You're welcome, Crystal. Well done, Annette. Thank you for your support. And you guys are incredible leaders. And God bless everybody. See you on the next webinar that starts in 2 minutes. So grab on there now. See you there. Bye.